And good morning, fabulous third graders, math wizards of Virtual Room 502. Let's start our day off with our objective today. We're going to decompose ones to subtract measurements, including three-digit minuends. And a minuend is a number we subtract, with zeros and the tens are ones places. And those always present some problems. A little difficult, but we'll get through it. First, although the fluency practice, we're going to estimate and add. And this is going to last about 4 minutes. I'm even going to put on my timer just to make sure I don't go over. And here we go. Excuse me. We're going to start with 38 plus 23. You are not copycats for this. Just think about it. We're going to round to the nearest 10. 38, is it closer to 30 or 40? Only 2 away from 40, 8 away from 30, so we'll say 40. How about 23? 3 away from 20, 7 away from 30. It's under that midpoint of 25, so we would round down to 20. And 40 plus 20, of course, would equal 60. Let's do the next one. 84 plus 58. Okay, 84 plus 58. So 84, it's not past the midpoint between 80 and 90, which would be 85, so we would round down to 80. 58, between 50 and 60, 55 is the midpoint, and 58 would definitely be above that 55, so we'd round up to 60. And what does this equal? 0 plus 0 is 0, 8 plus 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 140. All right, let's do another one. 123 plus 49. 123, is it closer to 120 or 130? Well, we look up here and see that 23 was closer to 20 than it was to 30, and we know this is below the midpoint of 125, so we would round down to 120. Plus 49, is that closer to 40 or 50? It's only 1 away from 50, so it's way above that midpoint of 45. 0 plus 0 is 0, 2 plus 5 is 7, and bring the 1 over, 170. Let's take a look at 518 plus 182, 83, did I write that down? Yeah, 183. 518, think about the midpoint here, 510 to 520. The midpoint would be 515. 518 is greater than 515, right? So we'd round up to 520. 183, think about that, between 180 and 190, the midpoint is 185. 183 is less than 185, so we would round down to 180. Let's add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 8 is, or 2 tens plus 8 tens is 10 tens. For 100, 500, 600, 700. Now, here's the chance for you to copy and be copycats. My stamp pad fell to the ground, so we'll just go like that. All right, so now you're going to do the actuals. 38 plus 23, 84 plus 58, and see how close we were on the rounding. 123 plus 49, and 518 plus 183. Go ahead and pause the recording and do this. And welcome back. I hope you paused the recording and actually did the math. I know yesterday we didn't do a very good job of that because I called on people and nobody had the answers, it seemed. So I don't know what you were doing, some of you, but hopefully you did the math. 8 plus 3 is 11. 3 tens, 2 tens, 1 10 is 61. Look at that. Pretty darn close. We can say that's reasonable. 8 plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tens for 142. Look at that. It is definitely reasonable. 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 10 plus 4 tens is 5 tens, plus another 2 tens would be 7 tens. And then bring down the 1. Oh my, only 2 away there. And let's look at this. 8, 9, 10, 11. 8 tens plus 1 10 plus 1 10 is 100. 500 plus 100 plus 100 is 700. And my goodness, look how close that is. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our fluency practice. I really hope you did all that because you're not going to get it unless you're doing it. All righty. Now comes that part of the Screencastify where I sit around and wait for it to show up. Waiting. And whoops, I hit the wrong one. I hit something called Loom. I gotta try to use Loom. There's Screencastify. I hope I had Screencastify. Otherwise, you're going to hear me rambling on some more.